We have been in a fog, and as we've emerged, we see the world has been pushed to the brink, and so have you. I'm Dr. David Orrs, I'm the Doc of DeFi, and I invite you on a journey with me, an education in a double major, one of health, one of wealth, and how the two interact. Well, today, if you are someone who is savvy to what's going on in the crypto space and in the metaverse, the blockchain space, you are continuing to see some very large downward trends, downward changes. The media is doing its best as well to cover this in a sort of I told you so type of fashion. And there are a lot of people out there who did say I told you so, who are reacting accordingly and encouraging the mass exodus from the crypto space and the digital currencies and the opportunities there are in the blockchain. This is likely something that people expected. So if you're not following all of this, and you're sort of thankful, maybe you're hearing it in the background and you're thankful you're not involved, and you consider yourself being part of the quotes real world with the real finances and the dollars that you can touch in your hand, you're not immune to what's going on. You might not be aware, but you're not immune. And it's really important for you to maybe look around, even in the real world, finding out whether or not these increase in prices that you're seeing that are quite dramatic are properly explained or properly disclosed or properly revealed by those who are saying that they're keeping you abreast of the situation. So is inflation still in the single digits? A lot of experts say that's not the case. And a lot of experts will tell you that inflation is actually an organization's hidden way of imposing some sort of tax on you. And they can then call it something else, and then they can also misrepresent just how significant that number might be. So just look around, just do your own research. It's quite important. And if you know anybody in the crypto space, reach out to them. You might be surprised at what they know or don't know. There are some beautiful crypto communities out there that are very supportive, that are extremely knowledgeable, and have people in there that have gone through, both in the real world and the crypto world, drastic changes like we're seeing right now. And just see what they have to say. There is bound to be someone in your circle of influence that's going to have something to say. Now, if they themselves are new to the space, or if they are unfortunate enough to be alone in the space or not have the resources of a knowledgeable community, you might get the same kind of I told you so speech from them, or some regret on their part that they were, quotes, so short-sighted, end of quotes. But you might not, and you might surprise yourself with what's out there. And let me see about relating all of this to the health side. I haven't really talked about the health side very much. There has been a lot of talk in recent years, 2.5 years, of a so-called pandemic that's going on throughout the world. Well, I'll put this to you. I believe that there is some sort of pandemic going on. It's actually one of vitamin D deficiency. And that has played into the hands of any infectious disease propagation quite well. But vitamin D is a hormone within you that does so much more. And you can rely on that right now if you're feeling a bit of stress, if you're feeling a little bit of sense of overwhelm. That's because your fight or flight is being activated, and through a lot of mechanisms that are mediated by other hormones like cortisol and insulin, you are having an onslaught of attack to your overall reserves. And one of those is vitamin D. It's such a crucial thing to keep up. And some people think that just exposure to the sun is going to do it. But that doesn't really work for most of the population, the globe's population, unless you are very, very close to the equator and exposing yourself in a beach attire sort of way every day. So having some vitamin D on board, getting some research into that. The doses are quite a bit higher than quoted by most recommended daily allowances. Again, just do a bit of research on that, but just know that that can actually help in how you are braving the situation, your reserves around dealing with any stress you might be going through or overwhelm that you might be going through. And of course, along with the vitamin D, it's always important to make sure that you get adequate sleep for your individual sleep cycles. But that's another story that we'll get into, your so-called chronotype or sleep type and your ultradian rhythms. Anyhow, just keep your eyes open. If you're thankful that you're not in the crypto space, think again, reach out, get some conversation going, because this just might be some huge opportunity that you're missing, and that's being sort of spun in a way that serves other people's interests and not yours. Anyhow, if you like this, please subscribe, hit the like button, share with people that you think this message might resonate with, and we can continue the conversation.